Good morning. It's Friday, September 22nd, 2023, last day of summer. This is your Georgia WeatherNet morning update, and we're starting out with the big picture view, satellite imagery here, and some radar overlapped as well of that big storm that we have in the Atlantic. Now a potential tropical cyclone. So the Weather Service confident that this will become another named storm over the next few hours, possibly by the end of the day today. We could see this as Tropical Storm Ophelia, but as for right now, potential tropical cyclone. You can see this is a big storm. Not going to have an impact on us directly as far as the bad weather, but ironically, it'll help bring in some nice weather as we move into the weekend. So I'll talk about all that. Let's take a look at the big picture for the tropics. First of all, from least importance to the most important, we have Nigel, the top of the screen. That is now post-tropical. That is done. It's just continuing to melt away up in the cool waters of the North Atlantic. East Atlantic, we now have a red X. That just actually changed over the last few minutes, now increasing the chance of that developing into a storm over the next 48 hours. So you got the red X there indicated by the number 1 right above it. So that is probably going to become a named storm as well. The long-range models seem to indicate that this storm will form, intensify, but move to the northeast well before reaching the east coast of the United States. That's the way it looks for right now. Things can change. But I think this is going to be another storm that just turns off and doesn't have an impact on us like the last few have been dealing with. And then we have potential tropical cyclone 16 right off the coast of Georgia and South Carolina. We can actually take a look at a track on that, and you can see it's moving up toward the north, heading in toward the North Carolina coastline. So it is going to potentially bring some tropical storm conditions to Cape Hatteras, Jacksonville, and then up into parts of northeast North Carolina and into Virginia. Still tropical storm strength as we head into early Sunday morning. So that is going to be a big deal for those folks. For us, we're going to have that counterclockwise flow around the storm, which is going to pull in cooler and drier air, especially in parts of North Georgia as we head into the weekend. So let's take a look at the modeling as we go through the day today. That storm is offshore. We are going to see some shower activity possible along the Georgia coastline. The storm does have to kind of vent itself out, so that's where we get that onshore flow, and we'll see a few showers possibly popping up today, but for the most part, we stay rain-free through most of Georgia, especially as we head into north and middle Georgia. This afternoon, also pretty quiet. Also going to be dealing with some wind from this. We have as the storm continues to strengthen, the pressure begins to drop, so we get our pressure gradients that continue to become a little bit more packed together, and that brings us a little bit more wind. So look out for those wind gusts, 20 miles per hour plus along the Georgia coastline and all the way into Statesboro and possibly toward Baxley, Vidalia, and into possibly Valdosta as well today. As we move through the afternoon hours, again, those showers stay well off to our northeast. The storm spreading out just a bit with some of those bands, but staying away from us. Now tomorrow, storm even further away. So that's going to bring that north flow of wind and air flow coming in to parts of North Georgia. Should be a nice, cool start tomorrow morning, and heading through the day tomorrow, no problems at all. Georgia Bulldogs Saturday looks good in Athens. 7:30 kickoff. Temperature should be about 74. We drop to the upper 60s by the end of the game, so it will be a very nice evening for football. We'll call it football weather for the first day of fall tomorrow, and then as we head into Sunday, the effects of what could be Ophelia by then will no longer really be a big issue. So we're going to get back to kind of business as usual, so we'll see some clouds build up through the day, but for the most part, we'll keep the rain away. Our best chance of rain coming back in by Monday and Tuesday of next week. That's your morning weather update from the Georgia WeatherNet. Now your local forecast from Northwest Georgia to Southeast Georgia.